Today I have you a demo for cutting large pieces of fabric like a background fabric. This is a requested video and is a tiny little portion of the Carolina Mingle Quilt Class. If you are interested in taking this full class, there's a link with details right below this video. Fabric. So this is, 3+ yards. It's giant, right? And I'm going to show you how I maneuver it to prepare and cut it. So I've got it, both ends. I've got the top, I've got the bottom, and I'm just going to kind of stack them just like this. So I'm holding both ends of this fabric, and the fold, which you can't see it, but it's down below. Everything's the same except this is just double folded and it's only one single piece. So I'm going to throw some pressing spray on there and then press, and I'm just going to slide it up, and I'm going to do the remainder of this fabric. So a little bit harder to maneuver, but most of everything is the same. And this fabric is so dark that my little bits of pressing spray are showing up. Alright, so I'll finish this on my own time. Alright, I've reached the fold. I'm going to spray and I'm going to press, but I'm not going to actually press that fold because I may end up having to use it, just depending on my cuts for the background. So I'm not going to actually run my iron over where the fold is. I'm just going to leave it, just kind of loop there or fold it with my fingers. But now that I've got one side starched and pressed, I'm going to pick both ends up again, flip it, and I'm going to do the other side. And the reason I'm doing this is because, again, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of fabric here, and I want them all pressed with the starch, with the pressing spray, and I just want to make sure I did a good job with it. This quilt has a lot of triangles, and those star points, I want those to line up as accurately as I can get them. And starch or pressing spray just kind of helps me do that a lot easier than me trying to do it, on my own without it. Okay, and again, I'm not pressing, that fold. While cutting, if I end up using it, or if I end up needing it, I'll have to come and press it out. But for right now, I'm just leaving it. I like to cut as minimally as I can on those folds, because anytime you use a fold, or at least this is true for me, anytime I use the fold, I end up with wonky cuts. So I try to avoid the folds at all costs. So all of my quilt patterns, demos, everything like that, you never see me using that fold. Or let me say, very rarely will you see me using that fold because it just messes my piecing up. So I avoid it as much as possible. There's a couple quilt patterns that I know are strip piece where we do end up using it, but for the most part, I leave it alone and just throw it away. All right, so we're all pressed. Time to cut. Okay, everybody's going to have their own way of cutting. So whatever your way is, use what works for you. I'm just showing you my way. All right, so I'm going to turn the fabric. I've still got double layers here, and that might change. I might have to unfold. We'll have to see. But for right now, I have my selvage right here beside me, and I'm going to put that selvage as best I can on one of these horizontal lines. Okay, so that ends up looking, like this. I want to cut as much as I can with the 4 layers. So again, that's what this is, the 2 ends together. I want to cut as much as I can with that, but I know that, that might change. I might end up having to unfold and stuff like that. And I'm going to go to the background section of the pattern, and we're going to start at the very top. And do this as you prefer, but I want to explain what I'm doing. I like to cut strip, 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 set them aside, as I cut them, and then go back and do the subcuts. particularly when I have to cut all of it from one single fabric. So that's what you're going to see me do. You're going to see me cut the strip, put it aside, cut the strips, put it aside, and then bring them back to subcut. That way I don't have to move this except for as I'm cutting it. All right. So here's what that's going to look like. All right. So my selvage is right here on the horizontal line of my cutting mat, and I've overlapped this 1 inch line. I'm going to line up the lines of my ruler with the lines of my mat, put some weight, and cut myself a clean edge. Looks just like that. Put some weight on my ruler and cut. All right, and I'm just going to move these to the side, and I want to cut all the 2 layers at a time as I can. That'll just have me cutting less, and it just feels more efficient. But we do have to keep up with what we've cut and what we haven't. So I'm going to move this back. If you feel confident when you move your big fabric, if you feel confident that you have it exactly on the line, you don't need to go and cut yourself another clean edge. A lot of the times I end up doing it anyway, though, because I get a little worried about it not being 100% accurate, and I want it to be. This time I feel pretty good about it, so I'm not going to do that. All right. Now we've cut all the double layers that we can cut, so I'm going to need to just move that, unfold it, and let it go. All right. And again, I'm putting this back on the one of these vertical lines, and it looks like I'm not getting it in exactly the right place. So I am going to cut one more clean edge. So I'm overlapping one line, one vertical line, and I've got my selvage on one horizontal line. And let me cut another clean edge, and then we'll start right back up at the top of our background cutting section. All right. I like to put my rotary cutter right here because I don't want it to fall off. So I always have something that I can put, right there to keep this from falling off, because the weight of the fabric would pull it off. Just a little FYI. Move it out of the way. I'm keeping track of where everything is so that when I pull it back in for subcutting, I know where to grab. Okay. And then I'm just going to put that right here. And then I have a pretty decent piece left over, so I'm just going to put that to the side. All right, so I'm going to grab a piece of fabric. And we're turning the opposite way, right? Turning this way. And I'm going to put the selvage over one of my vertical lines, and I'm going to put the edge of this fabric on one of my horizontal lines. Because now that I've cut this fabric, I know that I have, clean edges, everything's accurate. I can trust this edge on one of those horizontal lines. So, and then there, I'm just double checking that the selvage is on the opposite side of a vertical line. And when I know that it is, I'm lining up the lines of my ruler with the lines of my mat and cutting that selvage off. Remember to look 1 inch away from the edge of your ruler. Put some weight and cut. So this is scraps. Right, so that's basically how I maneuver that large piece and get it pressed and cut. Now I'm going to work my way through all of these subcuts, and I will just work my way down, that list of background cuts and make sure I'm grabbing the right ones.